How you doing, everybody? Beerman here. Welcome back to some more Planet Crafter. That's right. It's been a while, hasn't it? I played 3-4 seasons already on the channel, but today it's not a playthrough. This is all about the latest update that's been announced for what's coming soon to Planet Crafter. So I want to go over some of the details of what's been what we know, how it works, and some of the things we might not know yet, but will coming soon. There's a lot of spoilers in this, so if you don't want to know about it, feel free to turn away. But let's jump right into it and have a look. Okay, if you don't know already, there has been an announcement made that the Moons update is coming soon to Planet Crafter. In that update, once you finish terraforming one planet, you'll be able to travel to the other planet if you own both the DLC and the original, and you'll be able to terraform both of those. Eventually, there's going to be some moons that you can travel to, so if you don't own the DLC, you'll still be able to go to somewhere and do stuff and things on that. And that sounds really, really cool. Now, it is being done from what I gather in 3 stages. And the first stage is the one we're on now, which is we're going to try some mechanics, and I'll go through what they do, how they work, and what you can expect. Step 2 is they're going to try a new free planet, and I'm assuming that this means the moons. You won't need the DLC for this. That's what they say currently. And then step 3, we'll let you know, which is pretty cool. That means there's stuff that we don't know. But let's start with traveling between planets. So here I am on planet Humble, and I will show you what has happened. This is a creative mode game, so I just was able to bring the planet all the way up to full terraformation level. And once you do that, you get all these things unlocked. Now, these aren't done because I deleted everything before. I deleted all my stuff before I finished getting there, but I could get those back up. That's not a problem. But because we're in creative mode, we can access those anyway. And then you get this, your little solar interface. And as you can see, on Prime, that's right, I'm terraforming it, even though I'm on Humble. I'll show you what that's like. And down below here, there are a few things that unlock once you have what's called system terraformation levels. So there is a delivery depot, C2 plant rocket, and another oxygen tank. I'll show you what those look like in a bit as well. But let's start with traveling back and forth between 2 planets. So let me jump over to where I put my interplanetary travel stuff and things, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, here we are. This is the thing. Oh, that's cool. That you build a rocket on, and then you travel to the next planet. I'll show you what happens here. You go up here and you click on this, and you have 2 choices. You have an extraction rocket and an interplanetary travel rocket. Now here on planet Humble, this extraction rocket, this extraction platform was something you had to find. And we found it over there in a purple thing, but now it just unlocks over time. So you get to a certain level and it will unlock, and then you can jump over to the other planet. Now in here, we can create our interplanetary travel rocket. There we go. It has storage in there where you can put stuff and things, and it has, you have your own inventory that you could take with you. My suggestion is to take what you can so you can build something to come back. Be ready for it, because otherwise you're going to be on the other planet for a long time without being able to travel back and forth, which isn't a problem, but a few things don't unlock all straight away. So you'll be able to go over there before you get all the things to share, and I'll explain how sharing works. But for now, let's pop ourselves over. We go over here to this little dashboard, click on it, and say, yep, please go to Planet Prime. It gives you a checklist. These are not mandatory, but what they're trying to do is tell you, you know what? It's a good idea to bring stuff to build all this before you go. Let's go. And there you go. We are now on planet Prime, as you can see. And one thing to note, as I was trying to indicate, is that when you travel, you will not be able to travel back because there will be no rocket. And if you travel back to Prime, the same thing happens. You have to build a rocket each time. So knowing what the cost is and being ready for it is a wise idea. But here you go. Now you can see I am in the process of terraforming planet Prime, and things are just going a-okay. And that's how the interplanetary travel works. Now there's a few other things to figure out, and I'll show you those. Okay, here we are. We have our normal storage locker. I've put in, 12 magnesium. Now let's say I forgot that and I left it here. Let's travel back over to a planet Humble and say, right, oh no, I forgot those. How do I get them? Okay, here we are back on planet Humble. And let's say, right, oh, I need those magnesium. I don't have it. Oh my gosh, I don't want to run around. Need a million of them. Well, guess what we could do? We can come over to this little bad boy right here. This is, according to what I see, Interplanetary Exchange Shuttle. And it works in conjunction with the Planetary Delivery Depot. I'll explain how it works. We go into here and we go, right, I want to exchange stuff with Prime. It brings up Prime and it says, right, you have 12 magnesium stored over there. How many do you want? I want 12. Yes, that's right. Anything you have in any storage locker whatsoever will be listed here. And you can say, boom, go get that for me. I want it. And it will go do that. However, at the same time, you can come over here and say, you know what? I want you to put that on the other planet for me, please. And it will do so. Now there is nothing in here. Yep. So let's tell it to go do its thing. Okay. Get me my 12 magnesium and deliver that to the other planet. Now here's the bad news. That has 25 slots only. And that takes 10 minutes nearly to exchange. Ugh, good grief. But I'll bring you back when it's done and you can see how it works. All right, here we go. It's back. And I'll show you what has happened. In here, look at that. We've got our 12 magnesium. Now let's head on over to Prime, and take a look and see what's happened. Let's build ourselves a rocket. Head on over, and I'll show you where that little crystal is. All right, here we are. Now we go take a look over here, and what you'll see is there it is, cosmic quartz, done. It dropped it in here. Isn't that cool? So basically how it works is you put anything in here you want to send to the other planet. You use this to pull things to this planet. And once you have drone stations set up, you can demand stuff. As you can see, everything being demanded comes here. And that's pretty cool. And then you can tick the little box that says, hey, send it automatically. And everything you send will land in the opposite planets here. And then you can just redistribute it as you see fit. If you've got anything, the drones on the other one, you can put it into the various containers. This has a pretty big storage container though, but you know, it could easily jam up with a whole bunch of worms if you're not careful, because that's how it works. But I think that's very cool because it just allows you to make a really rapid progress on the opposite planet if you do so, and whatever happens in the new moons that we get. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, let me head back to the other planet and I'll show you a few other things that have come about due to this update. Okay, with the new update, there's a few things that we get. We get a new rocket engine, I'll show you. Cosmic quartz, now it says cosmic quartz. We've always had cosmic quartz, but now we can craft cosmic quartz. And that is done with this baby right here. It is the new crafter. What's it called? It is called the Quartz Craft Station. Now, the thing to remember is you need a cosmic quartz in order to build one of these. So if you don't have one, you're in trouble. Fortunately, I can tell you how to fix that problem if you, like me, have used all your cosmic quartz and you've put them through the recycler and got all the parts, and now you need one. Don't worry, I'll tell you how to get it. But this baby now does pulsar quartz. That used to be done somewhere else, and solar quartz, and it does cosmic quartz. I'm pretty sure you used to generate cosmic quartz here. Oh, you still can, see? So maybe that's a work in progress that they are going to work on. We'll see. But that's pretty cool. What else can you do? We've got a new rocket we can send up to space. Let's see. Do I have those rockets here? I don't think I do. Let me go over to my other station and I will show you what rocket we have now. All right, here we are. Here is our rocket station. Now, in the notes, it says it's a T2 rocket biomass. In here, what you'll find is a T2 plant rocket. I'm assuming they're the same thing. It's got a 5,000% plant multiplier, which is wicked. And there it is. Look at that bad boy. That's so cool. And as you can see, it will, let me send that off and then I'll show you. As you can see, it requires T2 engine and a T3 fertilizer. Where do you get those? That's a great question. I'll come back to that. Let me go over to my main base and I will show you a couple other things that you can now do. Okay, here at the crafting station, what you can do now is you have, once you unlock them, of course, with interplanetary terraformation levels, you have a T7 backpack, which now has 54 slots versus the 45. And you have a new T5 oxygen tank. As you can see, that's 450, which is, the other one was, I don't remember what, it's probably 350, something like that, but 450 is huge. And being able to start on a new planet with a 450 is awesome. Well, you can't start right away. It takes a little bit, but being able to get that with relative ease because you're getting your planet up and done is pretty cool, because it unlocks, as you can see here, at 6. But these are cool. Now, there are a few other things that it mentions. It mentions that there are fuse cartridges, T3 fertilizer, T2 rocket engines. And how do you get those? And it took me a while to find it. What I did was I got myself a portal generator and I started running them. I ran about 10 of these babies, never found anything. Then I started terraforming the other planet. And suddenly I did 3 of them, and look at my inventory. I've got all sorts of stuff and things. There they are, T2 rockets engines. We have T3 fertilizer. We have growth multiplier fuses and fuse cartridges. But the thing that really is exciting, remember I told you before, if you don't have any cosmic quartz, well, you can find cosmic quartz now, at least at this point, in your procedural Rex. I also managed to find some fusion energy cells in fusion Rex. So that's all really good news to get yourself up and running, so you're not just locked in if you did like me and used them all up. But there's a few other things that you can have a look at that we can produce or are in the game. They're not in the game yet, but they're coming soon. So if I click on supply and I demand, what you can notice down here at the bottom is all the new things. Starting here, there's a green access card. Used to be, we had those orange ones. Now there's a green one. Don't know what the difference is. Don't know where they'll be used. There's a fuse cartridge. Looks like we'll be able to use these to build new fuses. So maybe we'll be able to build our own instead of just buying them. That's super cool. We've got selenium, interesting. Phosphorus, another interesting thing. I thought we have sulfur, now we have phosphorus. We got that animal multiplier fuse. That's pretty wicked. Insect multiplier fuse. T3 fertilizer. Now you saw the growth multiplier. I found one of those. And we have a T2 rocket, which I found. But we'll also be able to produce T3 animal food. All this is super, super cool. And I can't wait. Now, that's all I know about the latest updates, and hopefully that gives you a good flavor of what's to come how things work. If I missed something, let me know. Leave it in the comments, and we'll talk about it, because there's lots of exciting things coming to Planet Crafter, hopefully soon. That's the one thing I don't know. I don't know when it's coming out, but generally they don't last too long when it comes to going from announcing to delivery. They've been really, really good. Personally, I hope they do some more building blocks, because base building is really important to me, and being able to do lots of different funky things. I hope they incorporate those, but who knows? We'll have to see. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope you had a good time. I had a great time as always. If you enjoyed the video, let me know, please. Leave a like, leave a comment, and as always, feel free to subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see ya.